And Dr. Corey Hebert, he is with the LSU School of Medicine. Dr. Hebert, what does this do to our psyche every time? I mean, as I'm reading it here on the air live and we're watching the information come in, I get that pit in my stomach again, and we're not even there. We didn't even live through it, but the fear is we might, right? Our time may come that we're faced with this situation. I don't know how to handle it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, what you're experiencing right now is bystander trauma, but the reality of this is that this happens and we are not built to handle this type of thing. There's something called hypervigilance, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But the reality of all of it is that our bodies are not built to live chronically in a fight or flight syndrome. I mean, you know, when you are faced with some type of adversity, the first thing is your heart rate goes up, your cortisol level, which is a steroid, goes up. And when that happens, then your body is braced for something to happen to it, whether it be physically or mentally. So when we live like that for a very long time, we have high levels of cortisol. We learn this really a lot through these types of school shootings, but we've also learned this through war. We've also learned it even through COVID-19. Now, that may sound like it's not related, but it is, because when you're constantly in a fear that something's going to harm you, then you live in a certain way. The downside to all of this, obviously among many, is the fact that when you have high levels of steroids in your body, that means your immune system goes down. That's the first thing. So you're more prone to infection. The second thing is that you're constantly your body's trying to figure out what it needs to do to protect itself. So that breeds you to have more suicidal thoughts, because sometimes you get to the point in your brain is saying, you know what, I need to not be here because it's too much. Also, we know that there's increase in low birth weight babies in places that they've had a lot of these school shootings or mass shootings. We also know you have increased anxiety, increased depression. I mean, this is something that is pervasive throughout our society now, and not just in these mass shooting situations, but when you have this type of these types of violent acts all the time in your neighborhood, people that live in horrible neighborhoods where there's gun violence all the time, these children are born with a hypervigilance. So we are mistakenly diagnosing them with ADHD sometimes, when actually it is post-traumatic stress disorder. So this is something that has a huge impact on our society.
Right. The anxiety, the stress all have physical impacts on our body and can have that effect for years and even decades after. What about the other component, the mental health component of somebody who is capable of carrying out an event like we saw today and we've seen time and time again? How we are addressing that? I mean, that somebody feels that this is their only option is to kill other people.
Yeah. Well, in this country, we have about 105 mental health providers for 100 per 100,000 people. So that obviously is a setup for failure, because this person that committed this crime, or allegedly committed this crime at this point, they may have tried to reach out for mental health services and could not get them. And then we also have a stigma in America that if you are feeling sick or mentally ill, that you're weak. If you go to someone to seek counseling, therapy, psychotherapy, medicine, whatever that may be. So, it's a double-edged sword. You have to get over the hump to say that you have a problem. And then once you finally get over that hump and say, I want some care, you may not be able to get it. So this is where our health system has to step up and say that we have a problem. We've got to try to manage some of these guns that we have in our country. We also have to manage our healthcare system to be able to provide the services, wraparound services. Because let's just say that this person that was a shooter, went to whatever incarcerated facility that they went to, and then they got out eventually. What's going to be the support system for these people, or people that commit any type of crime, violent crime? What is their support system when they get out? They go right back to the situation they were in, so they tend to do it again if they don't have that support. So we have a lot to do in our country as far as mental health.
Right, and we don't know all of the circumstances around the person who carried out the acts today, but what we do know based on what police have shared so far is it was a former or current employee. So not only does the health system have to intervene in these situations, but in many cases we've seen schools and employers. If you have a conflict between employees, they play a role as well to address it and then take action.
Sure. We don't, young people especially don't understand a lot of the process that has to take place for you to get the help that you need. I mean, young people at this time, and we say people under the age of 30, they touch a button and get everything. So when they're confronted with these types of issues in their lives, the first thing they do is feel like they need to fix it immediately. They don't understand the process, to get to that point. They understand processes, but they don't understand the old school processes that we had to learn, our brains had to develop under. So the younger people aren't understanding this, so they don't know how to process things in a way that we are requiring them to do in our old school process mentality. So, they tend to do things like this in a way that's a little bit different than the way that things used to be done. And that's the part. We either have to meet them where they are so that they can understand the process, change the process at the higher level, or get them to understand that the process ain't going to change in their lifetime. And then we have to get them to understand the process, but their brains aren't developing that way because they touch a button and get whatever they want. And that's not a negative thing. It just is what it is.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.